Alright, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright, once again, alright, this is the weekly lesson. Alright, and the title of this lesson is going to be Undercover 2/3. Alright, because alright, when you first come into this truth, alright, and you alright, because there's a whole bunch of different Israelite groups out there. Alright, but not all of them teach the same thing. Alright, if you're not teaching the the truth according to the scriptures, alright, then basically you're going off and the Lord's not dealing with you. Alright, so when you're the apostles talked about window shopping and all that, you got to be 100% sure, alright, that the people that you're learning from aren't leading you astray, either intentionally or unintentionally. Alright, but alright, this one, alright, I'm going to start out with this scripture, alright, because it has to do with all these Israelite groups that know that they're wicked. Either they sold out, either they're just bucking up against the apostles, alright, and not want to just fall under the order of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or whether they even believe in that name to begin with, or whether they teach that the chip is not the mark of the beast, or other nations can make it, or what have you. Alright, but this is a scripture dealing with all those false teachers. Alright, this is going to be Ezekiel 8 and 5. Suck it. Ezekiel 8 and 5. Then said he unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way toward the north, and behold, northward at the gate of the altar this image of jealousy in the entry. He said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do, even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary? But turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Alright, so there were some things going on, that were hidden, but were revealed through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because not everyone receives this knowledge and accepts who the real teachers are, which are the apostles of GMS. Either they follow one of the big camps right now is IUIC. There's ISUPK and what have you. All these false groups. But when you first find out that you're an Israelite, you perceive them to be righteous just because they're teaching you, that you're Israel. They're teaching you the basic laws and all that, which is all fine and good. But if you're of the elect, then you're not going to, then you're going to stop following them, and following the real teachers that Yahweh Shem Yahushai set up. Verse 7. So like in verse 8. Then said he unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. So that digging is being diligent, and then the Lord dealing with you, and revealing to you, these scriptures and how to break them down properly. And he said unto me, Go in and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them Jezaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chambers of his imagery? For they say, The Lord seeth us not, the Lord hath forsaken the earth. Because as far as all these sellouts, Alright, they sell out because they don't have any faith. Alright, they're just like, alright, we're gonna be here for another 40, 50 years. Alright, let's just establish like our a gated community for our people. Let's establish like schools and all that. Let's make another Black Wall Street. Alright, and let's teach whatever we want, because like the crux of the scriptures is about like Micah 2 and 10. Alright, forsaking this world so you can be delivered. Verse 12. Let's start verse 13. He said unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Right, then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was toward the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Right, and that's talking about right, all these like women in church and all that. Alright, but I said I was going to go to 15, but that's pretty much it. Alright, because it's talking about like all these high priests and all these renowned men of Israel are doing wickedness behind closed doors. Or like and that's kind of like when you first find out you're an Israelite, there's so many groups to like choose from. Like for one example, like back when I was like watching like videos, it was still at a point where they were still like giving people like Zabak props, because he was still going out on the highways and byways. And the only thing they said about him was that he doesn't go as deep as they do. And that's the but then it was like he got offended by that. And then it was found out that he was committed adultery. Alright, that's just one small example. Or you may perceive like Nathaniel 7 to be a righteous man. Or you may that was somewhat my case, because he was talking about, you know, certain laws you have to keep. You shouldn't celebrate Christmas, right, and all that. But he's not teaching the true name. He's not teaching about the chip. So you find out about that, and that's what that you said, like the spirit of jealousy, alright, because like it it vexes your spirit, and then you start to develop a hatred for all these like profane prophets out here, prophets that are outside of the circle, alright, because they're teaching wickedness and living by wickedness, alright, behind closed doors. Alright, and this, and like the proper breakdown of this scripture is it's talking about people who aren't really Israelites but look like Israelites, just because their lineage like goes their father might be like an Edomite, a Moabite, like Ishmael, or what have you, but their mothers are like Israelites. And it talks about like our women being raped like during like the slave trade and all that. Alright, but it can also pertain to like all these like false Israelite groups, or even if you like deal with the Bible, or you think like the Baptist church is the Lord's dealing with that, alright, and at face value, like it looks that way, but through the Spirit, like if the Spirit's dealing with you, you can discern, alright, and you know that it's wicked. Alright, and this is also having to do with like the duty of the angels, alright, and like who's going to be delivered and who's going to be destroyed.